Now, this is really important, isn't it? The compound trainings. Assalamu alaikum and welcome once again to Fit Fusion, where we try to give you the best of information when it comes to keeping healthy, a good diet and staying young. And the program is 50 going on to 30, as we both look like 30-year-olds, I think, inshallah. And if you don't agree with us, then maybe you can come and tell us one day. But anyway, right now, and today, again, I've got Uddin Ahmed here with me, who is a specialist in strength training and also body transformation, which is two interesting subjects. So welcome again, Taj.
Thank you for having me again.
Are you enjoying the programs?
I am. I'm enjoying the conversations that we're having, and it's helping get over the message that I try and relay onto my clients and people.
Well, all that knowledge that you have, right, you know, you should share it with everybody. That's your duty towards the community. And me, I'm learning. Indeed. And also I'm sharing as well. And with the little knowledge that I have, you know, obviously it's helping me to benefit and enhance my knowledge, if you like. Today's program is going to be about compound training. Okay. And there's a lot of information out there with regards to compound training, isolation training. We've got the right and wrong messages, what and what not to do as well. But first of all, we need to know what that is, right? So you can start off by letting me know and the viewers know what compound training actually is.
Compound movement, simply putting it, is a multi-joint movement. And an isolation movement would be a single joint movement. An example would be a compound movement for your chest would be a bench press or dumbbell press, because you've got your shoulders moving and your elbow moving.
Okay.
An isolation movement for your chest will be, say, a pec deck fly or dumbbell flies. Only one joint is moving, which is your shoulder.
So as the words go, compound, which is more than one muscle.
More than one muscle group, or more than one joint, actually.
More than one joint, okay. Which is working more than one muscle group.
Yeah.
And isolation is just to isolate
specifically
a specific particular muscle itself, which you kind of mentioned. Okay, so the difference would be what you just said. Sometimes, when do people actually do compound trainings? Is it beginners, or is it somebody who could also be way into training? And what are the really good compound exercises?
Okay. To start off with, compound movement, a squat pattern movement. So, for example, me standing up and sitting down.
Okay.
This would be a compound movement. Okay. And this movement can be performed with a barbell on your back, dumbbell being held like this in front of you, holding a barbell like this.
Okay. All right.
An isolation movement for the quadriceps, for example, would be a leg extension where you're seated in
Which muscle is the quadricep?
The front of your thighs. So over here. These are your quadriceps.
Okay. Just to understand, and for the viewers as well. Now, this is really important, isn't it? The compound trainings. These are really important trainings. We have the fitness coaches or the gym instructors. They tell us, why is it so important?
So, coming back to compound movements. Compound movement is a basic movement. Sitting down on a chair, getting up from a chair. We want to be able to do these movements when we're older, in our 60s, in our 70s, in our 80s, independently, without the need for somebody helping us up.
Okay.
For example, a deadlift or a hinge pattern movement is a functional movement that us human beings do all the time. When we're standing up, want to tie your shoelaces,
Yeah.
you're doing a hinge pattern movement. You bend over to pick up your shopping, to put it in your car boot.
Yeah.
You're doing a hinge pattern, a deadlift type, a Romanian deadlift type movement.
Okay.
If you perform exercises under load in the gym, you are strengthening the muscles that you're going to actually utilize to pick up those shopping bags,
Yeah.
to tie your shoelaces, to protect your lower back, to protect ourselves, you know, when we're older and a bit more frail, usually.
You see how I'm shaking my head is because of...
You're agreeing.
I'm agreeing one thing and I'm just saying, wow, inside me, because it's really, really interesting and really important. And these are everyday movements that we do. So for example, a deadlift movement, if you want to pick up something, right, you need to know how to bend down or, you know, get your backside down, because if you do it wrong, you could pull a muscle, right? I remember along 2008, I think, when I used to give training in Woolworths. Remember Woolworths? And it was a very basic training. It was how to pick up something from the floor.
From the floor, health and safety.
Yes, and how to actually bend down and not to lower your back or bend your back so much. But it just goes to show, and what you just mentioned is these are everyday things, right? Just for the viewers, I'm going to say this, that if you were to go and play football, for example, right, and you want to make you're not used to it, and you want to kick the ball, there's a very good chance that you might pull a vein or a muscle or something, because you're not used to that movement.
Not used to the movement.
And suddenly you're making a strong movement, you're taking a leg back, and, you know, just the same way as lifting something up, shopping bag, you know, very typical scenario, or anything that you could do at home. And a lot of people, they pull their muscles because of that. So going back to the compound training and why it's so important, when you do these movements with heavy weights, with the right form, there's very less chance of you causing accidents.
Getting injured, yeah.
Yeah. You can elaborate on that.
Yeah, I'll elaborate. You know, I'll also go back to the first question you asked, you know, what's more beneficial? Should a beginner be doing compound movement, or should somebody advanced being doing compound movements? You know, there'll be yes and there'll be no on both sides of the question.
Okay.
So it's very beneficial for a beginner to start doing compound movements so they can pack on a lot of muscles and get very strong very quickly.
And are they also conditioning all the whole body?
Exactly. Compound, you're working multi-joint. So for example, if you're squatting, you're not only working your thighs, your hamstrings, the back of your legs, your glutes, your core, your upper back, your arms, your spinal erectors.
Yeah. So when you're doing a deadlift, for example, and just for the viewers, if you don't know what a deadlift is, I mean, I'd like you to research on deadlifts, squats, also the clean and press for the shoulders and something like that. Taj will, correct me if I'm wrong here. But these are movements that you have to do every day. Okay, even when you're praying the salah, for example, these are movements. And I know a lot of people my age, or even 50 plus, they can't read. They're sitting down and praying salah, and this is because of maybe an injury, but also the ligaments and the muscles and everything, they're not really, how do you call, oiled properly. Yeah,
well oiled, trained,
well oiled or trained. Yeah, so these are very, very important. And when you do these exercises, these small movements every day become very easy. They become, and I know, and I've seen a lot of people who are in the 60s and 70s, they running up the escalators, running up the stairs, and then you've got 40-year-olds that can't actually do that. And it's all because of training, and practice makes perfect, as the saying goes. Am I right, Taj?
100%.
So, and listen, this is one thing I remember, just to share a story. You've seen Karate Kid, right? Yep. Have you seen the Jackie Chan's one, the Karate Kid, that he teaches the boy how to sort of take his jacket off, and it's a scene. The whole story of that particular part of the movie is about the boy used to just put his jacket down on the floor, and he taught him. The boy went to him and he said, I want to learn karate and so forth, right? If you watched it, so I'm just for the viewers. And Jackie Chan showed him how to just take his jacket off and hang it on the hook. Every day, take his jacket off, hang it on the hook. Take his jacket off. And he made him do that again and again and again and again. And then after a while, the boy said, look, I'm not coming here to learn how to take my jacket off and put it on the hook. Okay, I'm sorry that I put my jacket on the floor, right? But I'm not coming back to you again because I came here to learn karate, kung fu. So Jackie said, okay, all right, well, just watch this, right? Just stand there. And so he kicked him, and the boy went, do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? Because he got so used to it, the reflex is there, he got so used to it, and he just blocked his punches, blocked his kicks, and all because he used to take his jacket off and put it on the hook. So what I'm trying to say is, the more you do something, the more used you get at it, and it becomes easier for you. So heavier deadlifts. Yeah, go on, add what you want to add to it.
Absolutely love that. I always use this phrase.
Yeah.
Repetition is the mother of all skills.
There you go. Yeah. I just wanted to share that story with you because I think it's a good example. Right?
Very, very good example.
Yeah. And you know, I can go on. I love both the movies, the Karate Kid movies, because it's got a lot of lesson in it. But yes, so again, the compound trainings are multi-muscle training, multi-joint trainings, and the more you use them, the more it stays young and stays active, right?
You'll have different groups of schools or different groups of thoughts saying compound movements are better than isolations are better than compound.
Is one better than the other? Which is my other question, actually.
Everything will come down to your goal, the time factor. So with compound movement, there's some pros and some cons. The benefits are huge because you get the biggest bang for your buck. If you're going in busy gym, you can't go from one machine to another machine to another machine. But with the barbell or with a pair of dumbbells, you can do multiple different exercises. You can work multiple different muscle groups at any one time. If you're someone at home, you don't have the access to a gym. A pair of dumbbells, barbell is going to be enough to work your entire body. So these are some of the benefits and some of the differences between machines and compound movements or free weights, for example.
So, I mean, as a strength specialist, right, or building specialist, can you build muscle without compound exercise? Because a lot of us want to look good as well as keeping fit. And even at this age, you know, even at ripe age of 50. Yes. I mean, you're a good example. Look at yourself. So building muscle is an important factor.
Building muscle is very important as well. Some people just want to look good. They don't care about getting strong. Other people just want to be super strong. So you can see strongman competitions. You see guys who don't look like bodybuilders, who have big bellies. They've got big arms, they carry a lot of body weight, but their main goal is to be as strong as they can get. You got bodybuilders, all they care about is the aesthetics. They don't care how strong they are. It's just how they look. My mantra, on the other hand, is I want to look as good as I can. I want to be as strong and functional as I can. And I want to have enough muscle mass as well.
Well, in your job, because you train a lot of people, I mean, looking at you would be an inspiration because, you know, they'll say, I want to look like you.
Very kind, thank you.
Yes. No, I mean it really, because if I was to go to a fitness coach and I want him to train me and my aim is to look good, as well as obviously building muscle. A lot of people, unfortunately, this is the case. They'll look at somebody, or I'll look at somebody, or let's see how he looks first. You know, and what's his ability? Because otherwise, how is he going to transform my body and my looks and all that as well? And it gives a lot of confidence to people as well. So there are people out there who you know, maybe lack in confidence and maybe they're very much of an introvert, but this look itself, you know, it changes them. It gives them a lot of confidence, and I think it's very helpful.
It does. That's very again, we touched upon it in, I think, one of the previous episodes. Maybe, if you look good, you feel more confident, self-esteem, the mental health,
self-esteem,
benefits of all of those things. Yeah, of course. We wouldn't necessarily go to a dentist with rotten teeth.
No.
You know, our bodies, you know, we have a little joke about it between us trainers and coaches. You know, we are our shop window. So if we've walked the path, walked in these shoes, we've gone through the process of getting fit, getting healthy, implementing a good healthy lifestyle, embedding good nutrition,
Yeah.
then we're going to be able to help other people do the same as well.
Yeah. And nowadays, you know, because this is to look good and how you look. I mean, for our children, for example, I think we spoke about this earlier on outside, that to be a good role model for our kids as well. Okay, so they need to look at dads and say, you know, I want to be look like dad. I want to look like dad, as well as I want to be like dad in other aspects as well. So whether it be business or a career or whatever, you know, we need to be good role models. So I think all in all, you know, it all plays a good part in an individual's life with regards to that. Anyway, so there are good parts and bad parts of any exercise. So pros and cons of compound exercise, if you can touch upon that a little bit.
Pros, coming back to it, you can work out multi-joints in one go, multi-muscles. You could hit your back, you could hit your legs, everything with the squat pattern movement.
Okay.
Could be a pro. Con would be it's difficult to master, it's technical. You have to learn how to squat properly, where to place the bar, how to brace your core. With your deadlifting, again, how to brace your core, the stance, how the bar moves, taking the slack out of the bar. It's quite technical. You need to learn these things. Whereas when you can sit on a machine
and you can just
follow the instruction, and it's quite simple. So this could be a pro and con.
Because compound would be mostly with free weights, right?
Compounds would be mostly with free weights. So I mean, you could do a compound movement, say on a Smith machine, for example, if you're doing bench presses or a squat. But it's a machine, but it's also a compound movement.
Okay.
You can have shoulder press machines, which is a compound movement, but it's on a machine as well.
Okay, so you say the cons are to sort of master it, and this is very important to master any exercise.
Anything that you do, as it brings in a lot of benefits, it also has a lot of risks as well. So you can tend to lift a lot of weight through the compound movements. As well as benefits, there's risks. But if you follow appropriate guidance and you learn the technique, learn the form, and you do them and play due diligence and take care and respect the weights and warm up properly, you will avoid injuries.
Brilliant, thank you. Thank you very much. I mean, it's an important subject. A lot of people want to know about this, the importance of compound training or exercises, and what exactly is compound training. So we've covered that, and again, correct form of doing any exercise is very, very important. So you will say, of course, master it, slow steps or small steps.
Repetition being the mother of all skills. Somebody who's a beginner, learn the form technique. They'll benefit by being able to put on a lot of strength, a lot of muscle using compound lifts. Somebody who's a seasoned bodybuilder, for example, they'll prefer to use machines because they've already built that foundation. They've already got that size. They've already got that strength. So me, I tend to do a lot of compound movements.
Okay.
I feel there's a lot of benefit from doing compound movements. However, there's also a lot of fatigue element. It does fatigue your nervous system.
Okay.
So it takes a longer time to recover.
Right.
From doing these compound movements.
So with compound movements, you say rest more.
Rest. So rest and recovery, your nutrition, your sleep, those things are very important when it comes to exercise and general health and well-being anyway.
Now, with regards to the targets, people target, and again, it could be for different for different people, right? So, what would you advise on people to target? How many different sort of exercises they should go for, and then how many sets they should go for, and reps per set as well. 3 different things I'm asking you here. Okay, so you can take it in, turn by turn kind of thing. So I'm getting confused myself. So the targets of the exercises, compound exercises. Let's start with that.
Targets of the compound exercises. Like, if you've got limited amount of time, you're going to pick 3 exercises. And you're trying to work your legs, for example.
Okay. So it's a leg day.
So it's a leg day. You want to work out your legs. Choose a compound movement first. You could do a squat, or you could do a leg press.
Okay.
I would personally prefer doing the squats, but somebody who's a bodybuilder may prefer to do the leg press.
Why is that? Why is somebody
it takes away the fatigue aspect. You can lift more weights with the leg press in comparison to the squat.
Right. So these are like little details.
These are little details, yeah.
Which is very important to know. And if you don't have the knowledge, then
somebody may not be able to squat because of an injury or because of their biomechanics. Then choose the leg press. Leg press is also a compound movement. Like we said, the Smith machine is a compound movement, but it's on a machine.
So even though you're using the machine, it's still
a compound movement.
Okay.
And then maybe you choose a leg extension. Isolate the quadriceps, the front of your thighs, and then maybe a seated hamstring curls. Three exercises.
Okay. All right.
People tend to neglect their calves, but calves are also very important.
Yeah, skinny legs are never nice.
Skinny legs are never really nice. So again, if you choose 3 exercises for the chest, one could be a compound movement, a free weight barbell movement, or you could choose a dumbbell.
Okay.
Or a machine chest press.
All right. So these are different exercises that
different exercises that you can do.
So with the leg presses and the squats, it could be a squat, it could be the leg. The leg extension, that's not a compound.
It's not a common. That's an isolation. It's a single joint movement.
Yeah. So now, how many sets should somebody target? Because they can also overdo it, isn't it?
Yeah, they say there's sweet spot roughly per week. You don't want to do more than 16 sets per body part during the week. Some people do full body splits, some people do upper body, lower body, some people do push, pull, and then legs. It all comes down to how many times a week you're able to make it to the gym, how experienced you are, what your goals are, what suits your time frame. Some people have 2 hours to go to the gym, some people only have 20 minutes to go to a gym. So it all boils down to the individual, how committed they are, how often they can go. And what exercises they can actually do. And I
don't know how much they can do in 20 minutes, but maybe there's other exercises they can do in 20 minutes. But I mean, I've had those times.
You can. I actually devised for busy professionals. We've only got 15-20 minutes. And you can go and literally annihilate and work out.
What, muscle building as well?
Muscle building as well. Strength, muscle building.
Yeah. So look, I mean, the viewers need to know that there's no short time, there's no such thing as that.
There's no short time, you know, as I mentioned before, whatever you can commit to. If it's training once a week, do a full body split. If you're training 3 times a week, you could follow a bro split. Bro split would be like chest
and it's not good to do the same body sort of body part the next day. You want a couple of days recovery, right?
Yeah, ideally. So if you're training legs today, it'd be difficult for you to train legs with the same intensity the following day. If you follow a full body split, for example, you might only do 1 movement for your leg. So if you're doing leg press, it's Monday today, you can go and do some leg extension on Tuesday. So it all depends on how much volume and what exercise you're doing. And what sort of split you're following. So
even this is quite difficult for me, even so the viewers. So what we're going to do is we'll go into those specific, the split training and all that later on in the programs, so that we can actually address, if not all of it, most of the elements of training. Now we said 16 sets, right? So you're looking at, let's say, 4 different exercises for a particular body part. Okay, we can say legs or we can say chest. Okay, now just slightly name me, just for the viewers, name me 4 different exercises. Let's start with legs. And then you said 16, so that would be 4 different exercises times 4 sets on each exercise. Is that right?
Overall, in a week per body part. So if, for example, for chest, you wouldn't do more than 16 sets. That's kind of average. Some people will do 20. Some
people can't even get to 16.
Very different schools of thoughts. People like Mike Mensah, Dorian Yates, they believed in high intensity, only going for 1 or 2 working sets, all out to failure. But they'll be using serious heavy weights. Bodybuilders tend to prefer using more volume. More volume means doing more sets, more exercises.
Okay.
So two contrasting kind of schools of thought in terms of what's the best method.
Right. Okay.
But typically most people would agree 16 sets would be the kind of benchmark to kind of aim for.
Okay. So yeah, I mean that's when you're a little bit advanced, I guess.
Bridging the gap.
Okay. So 16 sets. So let's stick to that. Let's say 4 exercises, right? 4 sets per exercises. And that would be what? 4 times 4 is 16, right?
So for example, you're doing 4 exercises. If you're doing a full body split, you could do 4 sets of squats on Monday, 4 sets of extension on Tuesday, 4 sets of hamstring curls on Thursday, so on and so forth. If you're having a one individual leg day, you may do 4 sets of squats.
Let's stick to one individual leg days. I think that's very common.
It is very common. So you could do your 4 sets of squats. 4 sets of leg extension, 4 sets of hamstring curls, and 4 sets of calves.
That's
very
that's
simple.
Your whole sort of waist down.
Waist down. And then you can have other nuances, like you might be training your glutes if you're a female. Guys train glutes. It's very important to train glutes. One of the biggest muscles, the biggest muscle group in our body.
And in between both parts of your body, isn't it?
Exactly. So it's connecting.
Okay. Glutes meaning the bum side, just
le derrière.
Okay. So and then 4 sort of different exercises, which you said. Let's go to the chest, for example. Now, chest would be another very main part of the body people want to work on. Okay. So you got the chest, you got the shoulders, and you got the back. And how do people get the sort of, because with chest and shoulder, you can also get your triceps in, can't you?
Yes.
So just elaborate on that a little bit. We are going a bit specific now. So with the chest exercise, just give me 4 types of chest exercise, and we're sticking to the 16, sets. So 4 types of chest exercise with 4 sets of training, and then reps. We didn't mention about the reps. The reps would be what, 10 to 12?
Again, if your main focus is strength, it could be anywhere between 1 and 6, 1 and 4.
Okay, but heavy.
If you're a beginner, that'd be very heavy. It's very risky as well.
Okay.
And they used to say for hypertrophy, bodybuilding, building muscle, anywhere between 8 to 12 or 6 to 12.
Okay.
But it can be 6 to 15, it can be 20, it can be more as well.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it depends how much strength.
But roughly they say strength 1 to 6, hypertrophy between 6 to 12, and endurance is 15 and above. Okay. This is what people generally believe and people generally say.
Right. Okay, let's just get back to, because I've got a couple of more questions, and then we'll wrap it up for today. So the chest.
4 exercises for chest. So you could choose a barbell or dumbbell movement for your compound.
Okay.
First exercise. You could choose an isolation exercise on a pec deck.
Okay, so bench press probably, and
so you could do bench press, pec deck or cable flies or dumbbell flies. Dumbbell press. So if you've done flat barbell pressing, you could go and do an incline dumbbell pressing.
Okay. How many parts of the chest? How many muscles are there in the chest?
How many muscles are? Well, there's
so you got the top part.
You've got pec major, pec minor, and then you've got the clavicular head of your pec, which is right at the top over here on your collarbone. Okay. So that's the clavicular head.
Yeah, because
incline, you're going to hit your upper pecs. Flat bench or decline bench or dips, you're going to hit your lower pectoral.
Okay.
So with the compound movements, the barbell bench press or the dumbbell press or the chest press machine, it's a compound movement, so multi-joint movement, multi-muscle. You're going to hit some of your front delts and some of your triceps
as well.
But with the way you have your form and technique, you can determine how much load goes into the pec. You can focus more on the pec by the angle of your elbows, by retracting your shoulder blades, and those nuances in terms of form and technique to prioritize a certain muscle group. If you wanted to prioritize your tricep, you'd bring in your elbows a lot closer to the body. The wider it goes, the more on the shoulder it goes.
Right, yeah. Well, so, because a lot of people might think that, okay, just chest is chest, but once somebody's advanced, then they can actually work on a certain type. They might not be happy with the lower part of their chest, for example, so they can go for dips. Okay, and then somebody
exercise.
So when somebody so this is more advanced. So somebody's already built, already sort of a stocky build kind of thing. It's probably what people like. I don't know. And then they can work on that particular part, and that's where isolation training comes in, doesn't it?
Yeah, isolation, I say, is like the salt and pepper. The big compounds or the big movements are the meat and potato of your exercises. So it's good to have a balanced number of exercises and variation from different angles. Mixture of compound, mixture of machines, mixture of isolations.
Yeah. Okay.
It's literally like cooking.
Ah, yes, fusion.
Yeah, it's fusion. So the analogy that I always use with people, you could be a member of Virgin Active, member of Gymbox, one of the best gyms
there,
in town. It's a bit like you and me going into a Michelin star restaurant. We're walking in and we're allowed to go into the kitchen. We've got all the ingredients, as in those gyms have, to cook up a Michelin star dish. But unless you and I are a Michelin star chef, it's not going to be. We'll cook something up. Maybe palatable. But it won't be a Michelin star.
Good way to put it. Thank you. Yes. So, thank you for explaining all that. I hope that was informative enough for the viewers. Yes, we've touched up on a lot of technical issues, but it depends on where you are, what stage you are in your maybe bodybuilding and fitness regime, what part of that stage you're in. So we've given some mixed information, and but do your own research and work on whatever you do. Just make sure your formation or the way of doing it is correct. Thank you. I think we've covered quite a lot of or most of the compound.
We're probably going to get
These are
viewers
pop up
more curious. But
yes,
this is what makes us more inquisitive to go and find out more and research a little bit more.
Fantastic. You know, the more you know or the more you learn, it just shows the less you know. You know, for me as well. And sometimes you think, oh, I've been going to the gym for so many years. And by the way, I used to have a multi-gym in my house at the age of 16, just to get that in quickly. But the more someone like yourself, when you're giving this information, you just think, well, I didn't know about that. Do you understand? And that's what makes this program interesting, and that's why I love it. So thank you again, Taj, for coming. We will wrap it up this time. And just for the viewers, guys, hope you enjoyed the show. Hope once again it was very informative. And you can share your comments and all that. You can go into LB24. You can go into Fit Fusion and give us some comments. You can also give us some ideas or what you would like to know more, if you like the program or not. It's very, very helpful for us to carry on. Once again, thank you for watching, and until next time, Assalamu alaikum.